tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
Check out. 622.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Titans. Andy Isabella, his 14th touchdown now on the year. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose. Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
I don't think you got it, son. Tie that left. 4 down.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st down, Hubbard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. He's at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hubbard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the 35 on second down, Luck is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Luck. And he'll find Hall. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Third and long, it's Locke. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got a rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He'll take it at the 42. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, Hubbard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Locke. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On the comebacker, complete. That's Hall. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On first down, Locke got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a give right side. It's Hubbard, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And oh, it's blocked. And thankfully the offense able to recover, but the extra point attempt foiled. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, first and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
At the 35-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 22. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 76 yards. And the Ravens, they claw one back. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now Jackson on first down. Rolling to it. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Jackson on first down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Buying time to his left. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. This is Ingram on first and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And the Titans are going to recover the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
I got him. 11, 11, 11.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Off of play action. Love. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hurry, hurry!
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. Here we go on 4th. Luck. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield right at the 48. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Love. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Succop.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tried to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Hubbard. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all all the way down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go.
Play action. It's locked. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Lott. That ball complete to Isabella. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Here's Pollard. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing now. Luck. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will extend this big lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. It's been back and forth, but the Chiefs have now taken the lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's Jackson to throw. Now in desperation. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
A gain of 15. First down, Tennessee.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Luck gonna throw it. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get it.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Titans, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious.